on its way.
Yeah, also, like last time on Mirage, they didn't manage to force it onto overtime with a coach, so it could still be a close match here on Mirage, despite it being Team Seeker's pick, and you could guess or you could say the advantage going for them here. Don't know. As we get into the pistol round, SMF in CT spawning up, looking to tap away to the CT side. We'll make those rotations. Just the second time we've seen a 5-on-5 retake here on this map, they don't even know. Look at, they've got 2 players on the B site. They're not making rotations until the bomb goes down, which is now. Yugi in CT, and he's going to have a lot of trouble coming at him. The T side will be making their way closer and closer around the edge. He has to be very careful not to miss any of these shots, but now he's got the worst one, but alive. He's got 2 quick ones here, and his Glock still alive for a second or so, but there comes Percy to the rescue, and a 3-on-3 turning into a 3-on-2 very quickly with Snopsy coming into that rescue. One player on catwalk with that T side, but the bomb already being defused here, and it's got to be able to JR to find the shots. A quick tap, but the bomb being defused by Riot Faction, spamming into the smoke. But not finding the player in time. The bomb will be defused with Team Secret getting themselves the 1-0 start here.
Not bad at all. Both sides keeping one player alive, not something you see every single day. Overall, it does look like HellRaisers were a little better prepared, or at least quite feisty when it came to that CT control. As usual in the pistol round where you see a 5-on-5 retake, or at least a 5-on-4. The CTs just push in through CT instead of just going for full aggression. Try to give Ninja Defuse in, which is exactly what happened. So, with this, HellRaisers still have money in the bank, and they have got themselves 2 AKs. Not a lot of utility to go with it. So the Mach 10 on Kalinka for potential entry fragging or potential aggression. And well, last time Secret played Mirage, they were heavily reliant on Percy and also Anarchez. Anarchez is no longer here. So there might be a lot of things that have changed since the last time these teams faced. So there could be many things that could go differently. Mid control, seen it quite commonly over towards Mirage maps lately. Percy won't be able to make much of an impact this time around, however. This has left the B player completely isolated on his own. Doesn't even have too much cover or information. So,
you know, the CTs, look at the defense they have. They've got 3 players here as the T side. The smokes start to go out. Apparently, Lime finds the first frag, and T side need to get themselves towards that bomb site, and the entries, they just keep on coming. They don't stop, and it's going to be the round for that T side of HellRaisers with a flawless victory. That is, wow, a surprise. I'm more shocked that they don't even get any players there, or any casualties on the T side down the round. That's amazing.
Yeah, not the best start for side of Secret. Well, now down on Deagles, a little bit of utility on some of them, but overall, it's going to be up towards the individual performances. If they can connect a couple of shots, the round is still in jeopardy, but if not, it's going to be real difficult. They are putting up 3 people close towards on middle, which would be the right call to make considering the playstyle of HellRaisers so far. So they're trying to go for some mid-aggression, especially with the flashbang from SMF. Percy will have to wait for it a little bit. If they take a little bit of a long approach, they might get a couple of kills in their favor, but so far, nothing found just yet. They've all huddled up around this mid-take.
Yeah, it's going to be HellRaisers with a bit of mid-control, like you mentioned, huddling up there. There's going to be a frag and a return. Yugi able to get 1 before being taken down. As the B-bombs have basically opened up with that one, but SMF on the rotate and a 3-on-2 now with another frag coming in. The flashbang from SMF is kind of nearly cost him his life and will in the end. As the T-side do stabilize at the end. Get themselves another one, and well, 2 in a row. It's only going to be good for the side of HellRaisers here.
Yeah,
so they can hopefully try and stabilize the economy as well.
It's not going to be too pretty from the side of Secret. They don't have too much to go on, and it's basically the meta at this point where you have to force up on that second round, or else you're left with nothing. Gave all that away for a chance, and that chance has not gone in their favor. The problem here, he wasn't here. He wasn't on the squad last time. The coach standing in for him.
The nade a bit too long, and the T side being taken, or taking down everyone here, apparently just Problem basically all by himself until the end, and, well, a few frags do come in, so there's still damage done, but the T side get away with more than they end up having to reinvest into it. Well, what I'd like to see here now is going to be the CT side with their weapons out. No AWP on Yugi yet. We'll see if that affects things any way, but HellRaisers, what did they do? Because JR has got a good spawn here in towards mid, and I think he's got Yugi in window to fight him, but again, he's going to be mid control. That's going to be the play here.
Ooh. Wow. Aggression from JR. A lot of aggression from JR. He's already up towards in jungle. Yugi has no idea. Not often the op that's going to be flanking, and well, Percy's just found them out. So
oh, he hasn't. Oh, Yugi, he's there as well. You're just trying to hold position. This. Yeah, look at the T side. They're already on the A side. Flyers, thankfully, finds a Radifaction, had the moment in his control, but not for long. And HellRaisers, they look to go for a clean sweep here again in another round. Definitely possible.
Radifaction is really one of those players who constantly goes for the flank or the lurk, while the rest of his team's trying to go for a retake. He's trying to make those openings for the rest of them, but it's limited effect. That's going to be JR. Oh, he's alive?
Yeah, I think the nades went around the corner. Like, they were expecting him to jump away, but he just stayed in the corner instead, hid. And, well, apparently that does mean he survives. And HellRaisers, that's a flawless round again. Look at how much money they've got already 4 rounds in. Or 5 rounds in, I guess. That's a full buy, and no one's below 5k. And Flyer, she's like 5.5, and everyone else above that 7k mark as well. Or
another Deagle round for side of Secret, too. Relying on star power, so far nothing found just yet, especially in these rounds. SMF struggling a little bit with the Deagle. And
oh, thankfully,
Synopsy will be here.
Yeah, he's there to help. He's been a constant frag of that Secret side, it feels like, in all the matches they have played. Has been there to shoot heads. He's shown up, done his job. And Secret with a, well, chance to go to the lower bracket finals here.
HP.
Oh, but SMF. Linka, is he ready? Oh, apparently able to adjust in time. As now more frags keep coming in. The side taking a casualty or two, perhaps, with Radifaction left alone here. A few players are tagged down. There's going to be a third one, but no more frags, only one. And this is a very dominating start from HellRaisers.
Yeah, they've kept 5 players alive for basically all these rounds. I think they lost 1 guy last round.
Yeah.
The round previous to that. And other than that, everyone has been alive constantly. This is a threatening pose for the side of HellRaisers. Potentially also the dream start that you could have had. You've broken the economy early on. Broken it twice, actually. And now you're just moving on with the tempo. SMF just missed the timing onto line. And 4-3 won't betray him just yet.
That is the first frag coming in immediately in the T side. The pacing they're keeping up in this round has to be something that they cannot fail on. As they need to just hold W. They cannot stop, otherwise they're going to be trapped on the A side with the smokes now down. Look at how much time they're taking. They're careful of SMS. The only thing he's doing is buying time here. The flashes keep coming from both teams and looking for the frags here. The smokes, they're hiding in them, and Kalinka has found a frag. In the meantime, there's first he finding one as he swings out into the open, about traded. As Problem removes him from the round. The T side, they've got a lot of map control towards that A side, looking for more Radifaction, spotting a player in mid. That nade is going to go way too far to connect onto anyone, but Synopsy, again, he's on the case. He's found the bomb, and the T side in a 2-on-3 with a minute left on the clock. Needs to pull some heroics, but Radifaction gets himself on the scoreboard with a nice little headshot on the JR and leaving it all onto a single man.
Yeah, well, all that has happened. SMF has cleared out basically in the entirety of T-spawn. He's been walking out towards on top mid now, clearing that also some possibilities. So Synopsy can breathe a little easier, but he might still get caught out if things don't really favor him. I don't think that Kalinka will be expecting that angle. I think he just spotted the gun barrel. Ooh, lineup was there, not exactly enough though. But Synopsy, like I said, he has been a massive asset to this side of Secret the entire tournament so far. A constant fragger, constant threat to the side of HellRaisers. They just can't breathe easy when he's still alive, and if he has anything at all, he'll try to make something out of it. But for now, the way the HellRaisers are playing is Not really impacted by the fact of a singular loss. No op being recovered from the side of Secret either. So Yugi will just have to hold it towards the M4 instead. Makes mid control a little bit easier for the HellRaiser boys.
Yeah, this T-side, they're very keen on that mid control. It gives the T-side a lot of opportunities to work with here, and you can see problem is just got to be left here alone working towards that B-ups, waiting for anything. And if needed, he'll either rotate or just commit to that B-side push, but he's waiting on his teammates to make some kind of move. Kalinka nearly catching out Percy there a bit. The molly comes through the smoke as well. But now it's going to come down to that time, yes. Apparently, problem in a bit of trouble here towards B-ups with Ratifaction on his case, but action keeps unfolding every time after time. There's no rest for the wicked here. The flashbang apparently perfect, but SMF with the trade. Headshot comes in, AK able to get another frag there on the board. Needing more the T side. Now they find themselves in a good advantage here. They've taken down the man towards that B side, and it's gonna be on Yugi and SMF to go for the rotates here.
Good catch. First one already found. Looking for a little bit more now. Utility is non-existent, but timing is definitely in favor of HellRaisers. So now, SMF also going to be joining in towards the retake of this. There's a kit on Yugi. There's potential for taking at least one more round away from HellRaisers. That will do. It's yet to be decided. It's a good peeking from Problem and Flarich. And they'll get themselves a team ace. But still, the economy is looking so strong.
Everyone putting up numbers there for the T side, and well, it goes to show they've had themselves a good start again, only limiting Secret to a single round. This is a complete turnaround of the time HellRaisers played with their coach during the first day, second day,
first day.
Was it?
No, second.
Yeah, I was about to say. No. Yeah, they're just not starting off as well for the Team Secret side, but Yugi, there's a little headshot, a few missed shots, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't even take any damage from the exchange, and it is gonna be the T side to go scour back. Ooh, I love the boost. It's gonna be such an off angle, they're not gonna expect this. Well, the T side, they're playing very patiently here. Like, this is one of the rounds they haven't focused on mid too much. I mean, they did send one out there, Kalinka. He nearly got taken down, and now he's got two players coming. Adam Snopsy on the scout. He immediately spotted them and avoided death, but apparently Lime is there to shot him down. It's SMF again towards ramp. He was there last round as well. Now, can he do anything more?
He could potentially just drop the bomb in its entirely. If he has the timing right, but so far, trades are actually happening, and SMF he won't have the patience for it. He will get dropped Lime. Trades are going back and forth yet again. Leave everything onto JR. 40 seconds left. He can go to the other bomb site if he wants to, but considering what he has, he only really has the Deagles to work with. Looking for the fight on towards Percy. Percy will win that fight instead. That's what you like to see. Team work.
Yeah, Secret round number 3 on the bomb. But HellRaisers, I'm gonna assume they're gonna try and change things up in soon enough here. Yugi on the op. Again, man, he's got a good spawn towards A. Maybe even go for a bit of a palace fish. See that work every now and then. Well, HellRaisers, what is their plan in this round? Seems like they want to go for that B side push. Yugi will be going towards palace, but not going to be finding anything besides an empty room. The Molotov is there. The nade follows up. I think that's going to go a bit too far. Problem. No real damage taken from it. But the T side, like 4 of them immediately in apartment, just lining up that utility and getting ready. And see, did you guys see how far spread apart they are? Percy's all the way up short. He's got only a single man on the bomb side, but Ratifaction, thankfully, he finds the first strike with the flashbangs keep coming, and they don't stop coming. Problem with the entry, the T-side look to get themselves another one. Ratifaction has to be dealt with, but still standing tall like a rock here towards that B side. Another frag coming his way with the organ, looking for another one. JR in apartment is going to be the next one, with Synopsy coming around and finding one more frag for that CT side, and they're shutting down the B push. Nothing being found for the CT side here. The AWP still missing shots by Yugi. He's not. And Kalinka in a 1-on-4. The bomb is right in front of him, but he knows the AWP is holding him. Needs to nail the shot as he goes for the swing, but Synopsy, he's taking the initiative.
It's a strong hold from out of faction. Practically unassisted for the first 2 kills, and then Synopsy and Yugi joining the fun as well. I might send a little bit of a shiver down the spine of HellRaisers. In fact, a single man can do that much damage to you. Although, they might not be as phased by it as you might think. You have to fix off one mistake. It should be easy enough. Yugi with a very good read. But, so far, mid control being taken by HellRaisers, but secretly look poised to try and take it back.
Kalinka?
Oh no. He fumbled.
Oh, he fumbled his nade. His grenade keys not working. And will be burned to a crisp. That's not what you want to see here. Instead, the T side in the 4-on-5 the start of the round. Mid control is not going their way, and, well, Secret, they might have found themselves a bit of a hope here. I mean, still early on, but, well, it is a hope nonetheless here as the CT side. It's not started off the way they want to, but it is what it is, and they gotta have to go with it and try and turn things around, which I want to say they already have here. Fighting a few, but need to completely shut down at HellRaisers. This could reset the economy, but I like this push. Synopsy is going out first. The boost coming in from the T side. This one, and a Flourish immediately swings in. Not even swinging it on the Bobs' head.
Purge actually gets that kill.
Yeah, so he keeps finding a lot of damage here. JR trying to spam away, but no connection in 30 seconds. I'm not fancying his chances in this one.
He's also getting flanked as well. These Radifactions holding his flank in case he wants to try anything. Won't even get that far in secret now. With a 3-round streak. Finally getting something together, and HellRaisers reduced to just pistols. Their incredible start, like the moment they started getting comfortable, all the money that they had and all the opportunities that they could go for, everything just crumbled. Everything just fell apart. And they end up losing to a forest spy, like a couple of deagles from the side of Secret, and then, well, no rounds since.
Yeah, T-side. Now they're starting to slow down here. That one, they used basically everything they had in terms of economy. And it will hurt them quite a bit. Going down to pistols. Well, Secret picking up a bit of pace here. And they can't... How does Yugi have 10k?
He's been saving that up. He hasn't had a need to reinvest.
Wow.
Now, is this a B rush? I think it might be full on to be a B rush. Flourish is going. Oh. Not quite. Artifaction. Still the sentry nest over here. He's already gotten a couple of kills, and if he doesn't get any, well...
Oh, he's going for this. He did this earlier on, and no, that's the bomb and information. That's deep. Percy, I like that Molly immediately as they spot something. There's going to be utility coming in, but the defense now needs to hold as one frag comes in for that CT side, but needing more. Synopsy, again, he's rotating in, so is everyone on the CT side. Leave it all into a single man. Trying to pick up that weapon, but Yuki right now seems to be fairly on point. Hitting his shots when needed, and the CT side tie things up here. That's a good round.
So to highlight Ratifaction there. Going for the same type of play, making HellRaisers very aware of his type of playstyle, which is very aggressive, wanting to go for the fight. But also, when HellRaisers haven't gone for like a B aggression or B control at all, you'll often see Ratifaction pushing for like an apps control, something along the line. Won't happen now because he's over towards on A alongside Percy. We've gone for a complete switch up on that CT side, and I actually quite like it, having the op towards apartments like that.
Yeah, a bit of a fresh style to them here. Trying to defend that A and B side, sending manpower towards, because mid again is going to be a key factor for that HellRaisers side. And the problem has been, like so many times he's been just left alone here, left to worry about his own problems, and currently the problem is named Yugi. And well, not really missing too much, but HellRaisers, if we look at them in mid, it seems like they're going for a bit of a split towards that B side. Yugi now seems to be aware of the possibility. Has spotted the player, AK shown. Looking for the next frag tags coming in both ways. The boost is spotted, so that now they know there's at least 2 plays on short as well, but where? And are they going to commit to it?
Seems like HellRaisers is going to be trying to go towards the A-bomb site, but that's where Secret kind of have the bulk of their defense, especially with the man advantage. They can play a lot more of a relaxed style. This is an unusual setup as well. Usually you only see SMF in that position where currently 2 players are residing. Only Faction won't be making it alive. Now, do they still know that Percy is there?
It's going to be the defense
Oh my
here.
Lord.
No. SMF apparently topping heads through smokes, finding Lime, and all CT defense. It should be round over. Look at the time. There's no chance with the side. Flash finds one, but runs away. His tail tucked between his legs. And all Secret. Round over 7, taking the lead here. They've very quickly turned things around here. And that is something I was not expecting. Like, at the very start of the match, we saw the domination 6-2 there. But 5 runs in a row for Secret is a good way to come back into this. And well, their T side is pretty good.
I'm not quite sure how many rounds they got on their T side when they actually played it last time. Did you have a higher percentage on that side? I'll agree with you on that. Well, that's not going well. HellRaisers is picking up the tempo with just a couple of minuscule invested weaponry. Artifaction now trying to make a run for it with the open hand.
This walk at A, and that didn't catch me off guard. I was not ready for it, and I've got the mini-map here, and I can see everything happening. If they still make their way out in, like, what, 5 seconds in?
Yeah.
They do not stop, and that is a way to catch Secret off guard as well as us. Here on the caster's desk. And now headed into the final round of the first half, 7-7. Looking for Team Secret and HellRaisers to see which one of these teams will get themselves that 1 round advantage headed that second half of our first map in the best of 3. Oh, JR, I like this. The op is there, but... Oh, whoa. Well, there was an op on short as well, but Yugi immediately getting deleted. They're not sure where to go, but JR has this one of a Ratifaction. I think maybe not yet, but there it is. The frag comes in. Even so, and well, trades keep coming in. SMF with the nade as well, tossing one of those out. And Synopsy, he's here. He's ready for the frag from the B side being taken down. And he's not going to stop pushing. Look at this. He's going all the way to top of mid and removes the final man. 3k for himself. He just goes out to mid and doesn't stop holding W.
Just really wants to see and shoot enemies, it seems. Man, it is a non-stop rage machine. Well, some ways kind of similar playstyle to what Problem has been boasting. Also similar in kill feed almost, except the Problem has 5 assists and Synopsy actually finishes his own kills. Secret for a pistol and see what they can bring. No tank setup, no raid boss, just utility. And default Glocks up against no utility and just default armor for the side of HellRaisers.
Yeah,
a little bit risky.
Outworks that A side. It's going to be basically the same kind of play coming in, mirroring the first round in the game. Total, that's fine. Alone in CT, but the rotations being made quicker from HellRaisers than their counterpart on the first half. And SMF finding a frag, the bomb goes down. It's going to be 5-1-4. T side, they've got a lot of good positioning here. 3 players in jungle just strapping the CT side, but look at them. They're just going to be not holding out at all. Everyone in from CT, spawning out towards that A side, looking for the frags. Percy on that firebox, looking for a frag, but will be the man to get fragged instead of Flash picking up a few frags here. Problem could be on for another one. As Lime gets one, and there's another one on the T side. Have yet to find a single frag, and the retake goes to favor of the CT side.
It's beautiful. I thought I would struggle more, considering the fact that I didn't have like utility, I didn't have a kit, didn't have a smoke. But they managed. Even though there was a little bit of a struggle towards on the jungle at the beginning of it. It's a good strategy, that just leaving CT out in the open and just retaking with 5 man. It's not something you want to be doing every single round, but for the pistol, it's not exactly the worst case scenario. SMF will now be holding on towards the Hero AK. And alongside with Synopsy. I mean, yeah, that makes sense considering their performances lately. Maybe SMF a little bit less so, but Synopsy definitely. First now put it in the hands of Percy, but maybe money was the researching factor over there. Relying on 2 people to get the opening frags, and they have all the utility as well. It's a lot of responsibility in the hands of just those 2.
And one of the teammates already getting taken down. It's not going to help their cause here, as the forest spy needs to work out. Otherwise, it's going to be down to those pistols to try and find it. Literally anything here. The bomb would be, or the bomb plant would be preferred at this point. However, we'll see if that works out with SMF getting tagged down to one of the AKs now. Going down to 62 HP. Kalinka, he's gonna have a doable problem with the MP9. He's there to trade. An AK can be picked up. Yugi has got that one, and somehow Percy in window starting getting a bit of damage here. But here's the MP9 again. A problem going through the smoke. And he is not scared of the CT side at all. And well, Flyer's nearly going to be tagged by a teammate there. But JR with the frag and SMF onto a 1-on-3. Has been tagged down earlier. And cannot fail a single shot here. But what is this position from Flyer? So look at him on top of the default box. It's just he's just making jumps and expecting SMF.
You never expect it. SF was none the wiser. Yeah. Expecting how Flowert is going to play is going to be really difficult. Such a young and aggressive player. Now with the game moving on a little bit further. Looks like Secret are looking for a way back into this. It is only the first 3 rounds of the second half, but they're already on a losing streak. Good read by Synopsy, not going aggressively just yet before the nade finds its target. Needs to kind of be pushing through, because of course he is. Oh. He's the only one with armor, so he's going to be having a little bit of a responsibility on him, but this is a little bit of a split personality thing going on with Secret at the moment. They want to go towards A, mid, and B. Looks like mid's going to be the first target. Okay, Yugi.
Starting things off, but again, the CT side seem to shut things down rather quickly here, and looking for one more man is gotta be a nearly clean sweep from them. Well, HellRaisers, they're starting off this half same, or nearly the same way they did the first half with a few clean rounds here to build up their economy. So I want to see if Team Secret can again dwindle them down and get themselves closer to, well, taking their map, because right now it is a very interesting game. Like, at this point, it could go either way.
Yeah. You've already seen the fact that, you know, stand-in situation being reversed with the Secret one standing a little bit further back, but it is definitely a refreshing sight to see HellRaisers with a full man roster and doing well. Kind of questionable because, you know, they had Mir playing with them previously, which of course is just a recipe of success, but seeing them perform well on their own with their original 5, with their intended 5, if not original, it's a really, really good sign throughout all of this. Now looking to go towards the A-bomb site with Artifaction still on that lurk. He loves B and he loves lurking. Wants to try and catch off a couple of rotations, making the assault and retake a little bit more difficult. Not going to be happening this time, though.
Wow. Probably he's ready for him that close as well. That's a bit surprising, but look at this. It's going to be the A push coming in as Team Secret are about to embark on a new journey towards that A site. And apparently leaves that A site as quickly as they enter through a smoke and into JR and his waiting arms of an AUG. Now scope, not even using it, doesn't need any help. He's got that lock and key until Yugi comes in and starts going a bit crazy here, finding a few frags, looking for yet another one. He's made the jumper style points have been added, but not the frag, and where there's first to trade again. The CT side, they had rotations towards that A site already, and Flyers still waiting. And that gets a bit close for comfort there, but the CT side to do close things out again.
No bomb plant yet. They've only had a bomb plant on the pistol round, I believe. So money is really not stacking up for the Secret side just the way that they want. Looking for a little bit more of a. Oh, I don't think they're finding the opening duels at all, to be honest. I think that they're kind of falling behind a little bit. They're getting kind of swarmed on in by the other players of HellRaisers.
Oh, but look at this. The B-side push coming out from a few players and... Well, no more. I was thinking they were going to look for or go for a few more players, but apparently one of them did split into underpass. Instead, they're going to look for the CT players out. See if they can do some damage as they spread around the maps. And obviously, again, he's doing so much damage, and that's another shot. A massive one from the Deagle, looking for another one, but it is JR. Finding one, but look at the rotations they've been made, and Percy has a chance to at least plant the bomb. This one man in market, the only one who's anywhere near, but if he swings in, he's sure to have a bad time, and it's going to be a problem to find the frag. Look at the frags he's on. 24 to 10.
Jesus.
He was a bit quiet yesterday, but today he's absolutely nailing it.
He's loving Mirage. Well, with the current situation, it's looking a lot better for HellRaisers than it is for Secret, but not the first time the Secret have turned around a first very good spree. But
oh no!
Not while opening like that. Lime helping out his teammate as well. There, JR is not really going to be too happy about the fact that he's missing shots quite often. He's a little bit of a weird opper. Sometimes he's super aggressive and he has everything. Other times he gets quiet, and you often see him miss a little bit more often.
Yeah, he's just a bit inconsistent. I like him as a player, but he's a bit inconsistent on the OPA. Do you concur with that? But guess who's not inconsistent? It's got to be Snopsy. Man always keeps delivering and looking for another one.
Getting sandwiched in though, but does he even know Flourish is still there?
I don't think so. And look at this, the flashbang, and well, Flourish, all you have to do is wait. The flashbang, I think, just perfectly lined up behind the little wooden pole there. C side, this is not going their way. HellRaisers, they're nailing this CT side and absolutely hammering it home. Radifaction, man, usually on the lurk, and now looking to trade for a 1-on-4 here. And well, his chances are not too great, and even worse now. He's got the shadow. Yeah, he's just waiting to pull the trigger. Got that one as well, and 6 in a row here. HellRaisers, this is one hell of a showing from them.
Flawlessly decided so far. No more money in the bank for Secret. Or they can go for a force buy if they want to, but it won't be a lot of utility. And you probably have to go for a Mach 10 or something. Actually, Percy wants to go for a half buy. SMF are going for a full buy. So it's a little bit of a weird situation. No op at all, however. JR is the only one with that privilege. Meantime, I keep getting baited in by this. Is this going to be a B rush, or is it going to be a very, very mild approach? Problem has been very good at shutting these down recently, so won't be surprised if it happens again. Synopsy gets caught out. The push now coming in towards the B bomb site. It's going to be on 2 players here.
One of them takes him down. It's going to be Kalinka on the M4. A1S has got one, and then the second one through the smoke, nearly taking on Percy as well. But the trees keep coming. The bomb trapped on a bench as the CT side make their approach, and they'll quickly making their way out towards that bomb site. Percy has to hit the shot and has to nail it, but not given the chances. Lime already close by, and it's going to be Yugi in a 1-on-3. Has a chance here, but JR covering his teammates from market, able to hit that shot, immediately shutting them down. That team Secret retake or clutch attempt, and this is looking dangerous here.
Yeah. They fully invested, and now SMF didn't get much use out of the AK. So you can see a little bit of desperation from the side of Secret. Not exactly living up to the standards, not exactly delivering the same way that they were. JR looking for a little bit of an entry frag, not going to be going in his favor, however. So aggression, once again, not paying off. Look at Secret finally getting things going.
Finally, and well, they look to keep up the pace already up towards that connector, and Flash is the only man towards that A side. So many times he's been the one to shot down this T side in the late round situations, but we'll see if he can do that once again with his teammate getting removed from the round. And he's 2-on-5 along with Kalinka making his way through jungle. And the T side, they're about to go ahead and plant that bomb. When that happens, it should be the round over. I don't want to call it just yet, but...
Oh boy.
Well, now there's a chance. With one frag They have managed to find themselves a chance. However, Percy immediately removes that chance. And, well, Flash, you can see him walking away from this area. Does not want anything to do with this. It's going to be that round for Team Secret. They finally get things started. And, well, what a time to do so.
You know, they're only, at this point, 5 rounds behind, considering they get this one. It's doable. It's going to be a real climb. Looking for, like, every single angle, every single exploit that can potentially go in their favor will eventually be a little bit difficult. But I think it's actually one of the first times I've also gotten a bomb plant down, which really only highlights the amount of efficiency that HellRaisers have currently got on this CT side. Well, if HellRaisers do take this one, they'll be taking Secret's map pick, and they'll be going over to Dust 2. Which is
we haven't seen Secret play yet.
I don't think so, no. Definitely a favorite from HellRaisers.
Definitely good on the map, and now we'll see if Team Secret, can they bounce back here? They've got a chance, but need to nail every one of these rounds here. As they're looking for the frags, and apparently Lime already finding the first frag. It's going to be the trades coming in from both teams with the CT side in the advantage. There's going to be another man in windows. Percy's still close by, anticipating the air man being the JR. He's got a chance at another one. But immediately traded the T-side into 2-on-3 here, looking to find the frags back and get themselves into this round. But Percy, I like the play. Very ambitious, being spammed while Kalinka has taken down the bomb, has managed to find himself a chance to steal the deal here in 15 for the side of HellRaisers, with Percy unable to find anything. And I don't even know what to call this. It's just dominating CT side.
It's almost flawless. The fact that Secret got 1 round has given them a chance to buy back up again. Other than that, it's given them nothing. Because HellRaisers are right back onto it with almost the same amount of dominance as they've had throughout the entire thing. So there's still going to be money in the pockets of HellRaiser, no matter really what happens. Now, remaining push on in. That's not going the way of Secret at all.
No, but it's now all turned into a 3-on-3 in the first, 15 seconds of the round. The CT side have found themselves a few frags in retaliation here on Radifaction. He's made his way towards that B-bomb site, where JR makes his bed and finds another frag with it. And I feel like he's finding frags with Yope like at least 1 a round, basically, as the CT side has continued. So he's at least consistent that way. He's there to find 1, maybe another one, but he's not overly eager to find the frags. He's there to help out his team to secure another round. And now,
there's an audio cue.
On 2. He's coming in another shot. Yugi, all on you, the stand-in here. Needs to clash out a 1-on-2 with 1 player on stairs and another one flanking from T-spawn. Seems near impossible, and it's going to be with JR. He's going for the aggression right now. I say he doesn't hunt for frags, but he's just done that. 3k in the last round with HellRaisers winning the Team Secret map pick 16-9.
That was quite the showing. Quite the dominant CT side. I think that was first a 7-round streak and then like 2 more to finish it all off in the end. It didn't really matter too much what was going to happen, but Dust 2 is going to be our next map. We're going to be going to a short break and then